This is the high bar back squat. Now, a few things about the setup. Number one, you want to have the bar and the J-hook set just underneath shoulder height, okay? So it's not too high, you don't have to tiptoe off it. From here, you also want to set the lower stoppers, especially if you are in a squat rack, okay? Now, how high you want that to be is if you squat down, right? You want that just above your shoulder height, right? So otherwise, it's not going to catch you when you're at the deepest position, like that. Somewhere around there, that's going to catch you if you're squatting really deep. Now here, I'm going to grab the bar with a double overhand grip, okay? Now, as I step underneath the bar, I'm going to make sure that my feet are directly underneath the bar. If I let go now, I would fall backwards, okay? And that makes sure that I'm actually centering myself underneath. If I step back too far, yes, you'll see a lot of people like this and take the bar off. However, that starts to get you into a pattern and that won't allow you to lift the most amount of weight, okay? So you want to set up the same way every time, feet halfway underneath the bar. From here, I'm going to come down underneath the bar and then place it on the upper traps. Rest that weight on my upper traps. Here, I don't want to crank my elbows too far up, have them underneath the bar. From here, I'm going to take it off by extending my knees, okay? Very simple, stepping back, 1, 2, shuffle your feet to find your place, okay? Now, in this position, I've got my feet in my comfortable squat stance. As I come down, I want to make sure I maintain full foot contact. I'm not allowing anything to come off. My heels stay on the ground, my toes stay on the ground, my arch is resting into the ground. From here, I'm going to bend my knees, right? Have my knees track my toes, coming down, and if you can, hip crease below knees, and then come back up. That's all you're doing, coming down, right? And remember, for the high bar back squat, you want to shift your center of mass back. You are sitting back a little bit to make sure that it's counteracting the bar, the proclivity for the bar to push your center of mass forward. You are going back against it so you can stay upright and get that depth that you want. So hip crease below knees at the base of the squat. Now, when you're finishing, just one note, you want to make sure that you are stepping all the way forward and then down. So I don't have to look at where the J-hooks are, I just step all the way forward and then down. If you try and search for it, right, like this, a lot of times people will find one and then they kind of forget the other one and then the bar comes down, right? And now you've missed it entirely and that's a dangerous situation. One more point to note about this movement is that as I come up, I don't want to excessively cue knees out. The issue with knees out is it keeps you in external rotation. And for our body and how our body works and functions, we generate force when we are in internal rotation. So as we come up, that knee is furthest right than body. That's where we need most internal rotation. If we're trying to push the knees out, we actually lessen the force that we're able to generate, so we actually move less weight. Okay, so that's a major thing to note. So long as your foot stays in contact with the ground, full foot contact, any kind of knee coming in, that should be fine. However, if your knees cave in and you're losing the outside of your foot, right, your feet overpronate, that's where we start to have issues at the knee. So that's something you want to avoid. So that is how you set up and execute the high bar back squat. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification to know when we release a new video.